Sometimes business owners come to us and want to know how to protect their trade secrets. The first thing you really need to figure out is whether your information is a trade secret under Arizona law. Under Arizona law, it basically says that information is a trade secret if it has value to you because other people don't know it, and if you take reasonable measures to protect it as a secret. So you got to meet both of those two different parts of the test. First of all, the first part of the test is with respect to the trade secret giving you some kind of an economic advantage. That's a pretty broad standard, and in most situations it's fairly easy to meet. You can go through the information that you have, explain why it gives value to you, and that's usually not the hardest part of the test. What I find is that my clients oftentimes have not quite done what they should to protect that, to demonstrate under the law that they really do consider it to be a trade secret. So if you think about it a little bit, what a court will do is look at it and try to analyze whether you protected the information or not. And they figure if you didn't protect it, the judge thinks it must not be that much of a trade secret. So there are practical and there are legal aspects to that. As a practical matter, lock your documents. Maybe you have a locked cabinet where the important information is kept. Don't make it available to people who don't need it. Train your employees to keep confidential information confidential. Put passwords on computer files and computers that have confidential information. From a legal perspective, make sure that people who you're considering doing business with sign non-disclosure agreements. Make sure that employees and contractors sign employment agreements that have provisions in there to protect your confidential information. Overall, remember, your efforts have to be reasonable, and a court will look at whether the court believes that you've made reasonable efforts to protect your confidential information. It's common to have people to come to us after the fact, after an employee has left with important information, or after a competitor somehow has gotten a hold of a trade secret. That can be a situation that leads to huge losses, and it really is important before that happens to follow the rules to make sure your trade secrets are kept secret. Having a lawyer who's experienced in the field can help you with the steps, help you with protecting that confidential information, and make sure that the business you've worked so hard to create is protected under the law.